where others fear to go. Somebody said that. Pretty sure they have. Okay, let's take that off full screen and come back to you and I. And hopefully, I'll just do a quick check. Yep, we're live on the event. So all is good. We have liftoff. Right.
Hallelujah.
Is it?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Is it Mr. Bezos who's going into space this week?
All is good. We have is it him? Yes, it is him. It is him, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is. It's his turn. It's a billionaire's game.
Oh, it is
55. I would love to do it. I mean, basically, if you could have step into a machine here, step out the other end, 55 miles above the Earth, and then use the transporter to come back again, that would be essential. But I could do it that way. I don't think the other way literally appeals.
No, okay. I guess they've got no quarantine restrictions with space.
They don't. Tell you one thing though, we went out shopping to Morrison's today, and everybody was wearing a mask.
That's good. Yes, this so-called Freedom Day has died a death, I think. It's like, much heralded, but common sense would appear to have prevailed. Well done.
Yeah, common sense is definitely winning, and it's voluntary, and that's basically. Well, yeah, we won't get fined for not doing it, but common sense says we should actually do it. Anyway, we say hello to our first comment of the day. Thank you, Chris. Hello, Chris. And hello, Chris is saying hello, Stephen and Nick. Now then, today's topic is
OBS. Live streaming with OBS. And the reason I was asking, Stephen, was because I've seen it a lot there's a lot of, and I know you know these people, there are a lot of Amazon live stream influencers, and I just saw a few of their comments the other day, and they're all struggling. Some of them are struggling to use OBS for their streams. I thought, who do I know that absolutely knows it like the back of his hand?
That's very, very kind of you. Right. Okay. Well, I mean, OBS has been around since 2012, predates everything that we've been using before now. It's open source, which means that it's a team effort, and programmers just lend their services for free, and the product is free to use. But the thing is that there is a learning curve in terms of getting to use OBS. I mean, since 2014, they've had the studio, which makes life a little bit easier. But it is, let's just go for a shared screen for the moment. If I bring this up on screen.
Oh, did you use it before the studio, Stephen?
Yeah, I mean, this was, say hello to Chris again. Chris is saying, it's difficult. Well, this is the reason, let's leave that for a moment. This is the reason why Be.Live, StreamYard, Restream, and Melon all have won over OBS because of the ease of use. Yeah. Because with the system that we're using at the moment, Be.Live, you just turn it with your camera and microphone. That's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a bit more to do. Right. Now, in terms of this, Chris, can you help us out a little bit? I'm going to go full screen with this. Can you? Oh, Darren. Ooh. Can you still hear me?
I can.
Chris, mind you, asking Chris if she can still hear me is a bit silly, really, isn't she? Isn't it? Then she's not going to reply. Just a minute. Let's take that off. We'll try again. When I put the screen up, Chris, I'm going to carry on talking. If you can't hear me, can you just say that you... Oh, wait a minute. Okay, we're in business. Let's go full screen then. Thank you. Okay. Right, this is OBS. This is it full screen, and this is what it looks like. Now, the basic idea is simple and straightforward. In the top middle is the screen. And that's the screen that's actually going to display when you broadcast. And you can put items on the screen. So what you're actually doing is you're building up a scene, and that scene could have, let's just see if we can go with this, could have images on it. I'm all set up for broadcasting to Mixcloud. So what I've got is a series of scenes, one of which is the image, the second of which is my second camera, which I'm going to look at now, put my glasses back on. This is the second camera. So this is the one that's coming out of Microsoft Surface Book 2. And it does mean that I can switch between different cameras during the broadcast. So whereas with Be.Live, you've got one scene and that's it, and you can change just that scene. With OBS, you can have, go back to the images again, you can have different scenes that you can flick between, so you can really tell a story with OBS. Let's see what else we have here. We've got advert for Aberkill for Peter.
Hey.
Okay, and then we can also share a website. Non-sharing at the moment. Oh, there we are. How to broadcast to your website. So you can share browser pages. So basically, the difference is, I'll just go back to us for a minute. The difference is that it gives you a bit to tell a story through video, images, and text, and different cameras. You can add as many cameras as you want. There's no limit on cameras. Technically, it's just, if I go back to full screen again, you can on the left hand side, I'm just going to go over to you can on the left hand side add different things, and you just press the plus button and you enter a name if you want, or you just press OK, and you can do anything that you like. I've got XSplit set up, it's not working. Let's come back to my second camera. Right now, if I want to add some text on here, okay, forgive me for looking away, but I can put text on and create new, and then wish I could spell. Just give me a second. Talk amongst yourself.
This is good. This is a live demonstration of OBS, something that's not happening very often. I'll be honest. Very often. Very rare.
That's true. Very rare. Right. Okay. So you can move the text anywhere you want on screen. Yeah. And you're just adding different assets onto the screen just by pressing plus. I'm going over to image now, and I'm going to go for an existing image. So image 3, okay. And lo and behold, we've got the broadcasting to your website image. What I'm going to do with that is I'm going to shrink it.
Nice.
Okay. Nice. I can move the testing over. Because of the wide angle on the camera, I can't do anything about my rucksack. But you're actually building a scene. And you can have images, you can have text, you can have cameras. I'm just going to, you can be very inventive. Let's just go for, this is probably, I'm going to try and break it, and then we'll try and put it back together again. So basically what I'm doing is display capture. And, okay. And, all right, okay, now take the wrong turn. Okay, so let's take that off full screen and hide it. So it's back to us. Now we're off full screen now, and Grant's saying he loves this. Thank you, Grant. We aim to answer your questions. Can you have a prequel window? Yes, you can. You could basically on the left-hand side, let's just clear that out of the way because I don't actually want it. On the left-hand side, you can set up as many different scenes as you want. And a scene can have a collection of text, images, videos, you name it. Yeah. Now, the only point, you set that all up. You're not going anywhere. You're just on your own desktop. Yeah. Then this is the only bit where you have to do anything other than just design things, and that is in the settings, which should come up on screen now, and cover up my image. And settings may take a second to do. OBS is not the fastest system around, but it is reliable. It's been around, as I say, since 2014. And this is where you actually configure your stream. Can you see that on the?
Yeah.
Okay. And the only two pieces of information you need to actually go to Amazon are the URL and the stream key. Yeah? Those, once you put those in, you can just press go live and you'll be live on Amazon. Yeah. Now the thing about this software is that you can set it and forget it. Mine's set up to go live on Mixcloud, which is why I'm not changing the settings. But equally well, it could be set up to go live on Amazon, and it could keep those settings. So every time you want to go on Amazon, you just load up OBS. It's already set up, and all you need to do is to press the start streaming button down there. Brilliant. And it will stream out. Now, in its standard version, it goes out to one destination. Destination can be YouTube via API, Facebook via API, Facebook via RTMP, or you can go RTMP out to Amazon Live. And just to reiterate, because this is the bit that gets towards being complicated, is that you only ever need, you can ignore everything else. You only ever need to come down to stream and key in the URL and the key, and it's set up, and you just save it, and you can actually go live.
Perfect.
Okay, so and it's just it's a bit more tweaky, but you can do a lot of things with it. I mean, I might just because we asked the question, I might do an OBS later this week on Friday, just so you can actually see one in action as well. I mean, it's free. It's well supported. If you type in OBS on YouTube, you find a host of resources. If you want to have a guest, then you can. There is a product called OBS Ninja. Now, OBS Ninja, again, is freeware. It's written by Steve Seguin in Canada. And basically, you bring everybody into a room, and then you share the room into OBS. And all the mics, everything is taken care of. All you need to do, and I've got the video on it. If you type OBS Ninja into YouTube, you'll find the video how to have up to 7 people on screen going out live to Amazon Live. Yeah. What sort of problems were people having? Were they saying it was fiddly, or it didn't work? Or?
They were just having problems just getting it set up. I think most of them could use the stream key, but then I think they were falling down on creating the different scenes. And I remember years ago because OBS was the first thing I used when I was going live as a third-party software, and I remember having the same things, which was getting my head around creating the different scenes, and then so you create a scene, and then, as you just ably demonstrated, you then add in the elements that you want in that scene. And then for some reason in my mind, and I think it was the same with the people I was looking at yesterday, was that it's then how you then go from scene to scene to scene to scene, and basically it's just click it and then put the little I button, isn't it?
Yeah, but basically, if I go back and I'll put that full screen for a moment. If you carry on talking, I'll where we're behind the scenes.
So we got
get this working
in the bottom left-hand box there. We got all the scenes. So you got music, images, Stephen visualize, and so when Stephen's like clicking over those scenes are then coming up on the main on the main screen. So if you've pre-prepared these scenes, so if you know what you're going to be talking about over the course of your broadcast, then it's just a case, I would say just put the scenes in order, and then you're just basically just dropping a scene down and you're just clicking on that next scene as you're talking through, and it's really is that simple. But I think from memory, because I've not used OBS for a while, it was like doing the old thing of rubbing your tummy and patting your head at the same time, because you're busy trying to talk and remember what it is you're actually talking about, and then pressing different scenes buttons as well. But then we to be honest, we do that with Be.Live and Melon and all the others anyway. So So you just
We do.
and normally a bit like you, Stephen, I'll say, hold on, I'm just going to share my screen and whistle quickly while I go and change it.
Yeah. I'm gonna nix that rucksack. There we are. There's no rucksack hanging there. Right.
But that is so cool that you can just resize.
I mean, the thing is, yeah, I mean, that's it. If you've got 2 camera feeds, you can move that. Anything can be moved and resized on the fly. And that's basically the power of it. Its power is its downfall. But you can keep it simple. I mean, there's no reason to have all these assets on the screen, but you can do it. I think the key here is to say, right, okay, ask yourself the question, what do you want people to see?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking over full screen now. The first thing you want people to see is your camera. So have one scene which is just you. Okay. And you can switch to it anytime then.
Yeah.
Okay. And it could be, you can be your desktop camera. It can be an external camera like the Brio. It can be your phone. Okay. So you could have 3 different camera angles and you could switch between them. And remember to turn to actually talk to the camera. Okay. The next thing you need is, okay, what's the topic today? And do I need any video? If you want any video, then you need to bring that in before you broadcast. You need to test that it works. Do I need any images? Do they need to be on screen with me? In other words, do I want my camera on one side, the images on the other? Or do they want a page of their own? Now, into every scene, you can add your microphone. So that as you switch from one to the other, if you're not physically in the scene, your sound will follow. Yeah. So if you've got an image, have a microphone. If you've got yourself, it's built in. Okay, let's take a couple of comments. And
that's good. Actually, that's a little bit like, Stephen. It's a bit like when people are beginning or starting editing their own videos, and you see them. You can always tell the new ones because they've got fancy transitions and all sorts. When in reality, you don't. You just don't do fancy transitions. When you look, I always tell people, just have you watched TV recently? Yes. I watched EastEnders. Yes. I said, well, when they go from scene to scene, do they dissolve in? Do they dissolve out? No, just swatches. And it's like, yeah, exactly. So
suppose though that you're a hypnotist and you wanted the transition. It's all part of a show. It's that then as Grant says, who just happens to be said hypnotist. So you can have a video splash screen in and out, and you can have transitions between scenes. Grant, meet Nick.
Yeah, you can do that, Grant. I wouldn't necessarily.
And what's this thing? It's getting late in Australia. Say hello to Roz. Roz is heading off for bed and quarters before she headed off. And right, yes, you can. You can, can't you, Nick?
Yeah, totally. Yeah, absolutely. That's one of the very first things I ever did. Is that you just go into Facebook Live, you can see the stream keys in there. You switch them over for the OBS, and jobs are good. It's that simple.
Yeah. The only thing there's only just one complication I've discovered. Now, before every show, we create an event. So we've got a permanent page. You get a page, they give you a whole page to the show. And when you go to the event, you don't need to look for the video. It's actually at the top of the video. So having the event is a good idea and something we've been doing for the last couple of weeks. But you have to be careful because what Facebook does is it switches it from being an external source to being your camera. So before you go live on an event, before you go, stuff you've gone live in the studio, check the event page to make sure it's still set up properly. That's my only tip, but it works well. So yes, you can just check the page beforehand and make sure everything's working. And that was in the earlier exchange.
Hi, Grant. Nice to meet you.
Right. Okay. We're all in the UK. and over to. I tried to. Well, yeah. I mean, when I met Be.Live, I gave up on OBS as well, because it's nice to have more than one person on screen. It's nice to do interviews. It's nice to have roundtable chats. And say hello to my favourite Scotsman.
Hey! Oh, hello! A new GoPro. I can.
Hello, Peter. Is
this Peter?
Brilliant.
Is this going to be on your bicycle or attached to your cycle helmet as you hurl around Aberdeen and Aberdeenshire in general?
We shall find out. I'm looking forward to some of the tours. All right. Okay. Brilliant news.
Nice.
Yes.
Love that.
Okay. Right. Okay. Well, what we could do, Nick, is we could give a live Q&A, if we get permission, a live OBS Q&A in the group.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
Yeah, absolutely. That's why I thought of it today, because I figured, people were asking the question. So I thought if we did the stream today, then at least when we go see the questions, we can just say, oh, look, here's a tutorial Stephen did earlier.
Brilliant. Okay. Peter's saying, where can it go live? Now, in relation to OBS, it can go live anywhere, one place at a time, unless you tweak it a bit. In relation to the GoPro, let us know. Do we know what the GoPro does?
I've got a very old GoPro. I think it was the Hero 4. That's how old my one is. So I'm not quite sure what the new ones do. I'd imagine you can set them up to do all sorts, is the honest thing.
Yeah. And it's for the bike.
For the bike, yeah. Kind of figures.
We can't carry you. That would be great. Yeah, excellent, Grant. We'll plan to do it. We'll have a word with the powers that be in the group.
Yeah, well, it's interesting because I think when going back to Peter and his GoPro. I mean, I got mine. I got a harness, so I could wear it when I was running, and then promptly injured myself. So that didn't happen very often. But then it does come with some sticky adapters that you can stick onto cycle helmets, and they do stick really, really, really tightly. But again, it's one of those things that's like, yeah, I really must remember to actually stick it on my helmet and actually remember to switch it on when I go out.
Yeah,
because the number of times I've thought I switched it on, got home and thought that's going to be great, and looked at it and it's not on.
Right, so do remember to switch on your camera before you think. Well, you've got to double check, haven't you? Really, you could check on your phone that you're live.
Yeah, there is an app on the phone. Yeah, this is true. But hey, Stephen, when I was cycling, I was in incredibly tight lycra, so there was nowhere to put my phone. Well,
okay. No, yeah, indeed. Yeah, that's hence the GoPro. Right. Okay. So OBS Ninja. Certainly, you can go live to events, as we just discussed with Grant. You can go live to pages. You can go live to groups. You can go live to YouTube and LinkedIn. It's not two-way traffic unless you get some special widgets, but we can go into that at a later time. But you can get widgets for YouTube and for Twitter and for Facebook, I think, to actually integrate the chat.
Oh, really? Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah. I've not explored them because we're spoiled. We're spoiled because we've got Be.Live. So why go to the hassle of integrating the chat when it's already integrated?
Yeah. Already there. It does make sense.
Yeah. It does make sense. Okay. So we revisit OBS, but I'm going to hide it for the moment and just come back to Nick and I, and we're back to us in a second. No, we're not. Yes, we are.
Yeah. I recognise us both.
It's been thrown. I think it's the heat. It's the heat. I'm gonna show this because we've got UK viewers watching. This is saying 31.1 in my office. So that's why things are a bit hot today. 31.7 it says.
Blimey.
And it's 51% humidity. Okay. Yeah,
it's a touch warm. And I've got to admit, I haven't got any noise cancelling software on my computer at the moment, so I had to shut the window.
Right, that's not good. No, you need the wind. I mean, there's no breeze, so it makes it. It would say it doesn't make an input a difference, but psychologically,
yeah,
it works. It works. As soon as you open the window, you feel cooler. Yeah, so we've got 3 days of this, so we're hoping. I'm hoping to come out the other end of this. I know this is not hot, Ros. I know this. Twitch. Yeah, you could go from OBS to Twitch as well. In fact, anywhere that's got an RTMP. Nice summer's day. It's been mild in Australia. Okay.
I know, crazy. I know, we mustn't complain because we complain about how cold and wet it is normally and grey. First bit of sunshine, it's like, no, fantastic, love it.
Indeed. Now, one of the things that we do occasionally is just to check out Google search, and we need to do it. Can you just bring up Google search and share the screen, Nick? Because if I do it, it's cheating.
All right, for sure. Okay.
If this works, it'll be good. If it doesn't work, then we'll waffle. But I'm just going to bring up Nick's screen, and there it is at the side of it. Okay, and in the search box, can you type 3 words? Okay, if this is what magic, Nick space Stephen space RTMP, and let's see what happens.
Stephen space RTMP.
Let's put it full screen because if I can't, I need to be able to see it. Okay, can you go to
the top video there?
Yeah, can you go to the videos tab?
Yeah, the very top video. Oh, and there's several.
Yep, we're cracking it, Nick. This is what it's all about. It's get the SEO right, and you can just go to Google search and type in Nick Stephen RTMP, and that's it. And that's because, and I got the same result, so I'm just making sure that I hadn't finished it. Yeah, but basically, because we're being consistent, we've done quite a few shows now about RTMP. Then we can genuinely say to people, just type in Nick Wood RTMP or Nick Stephen RTMP, and it will come up with all the hits. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, so that's a good note. And over to Peter. Okay, and Chris is saying. Chris is coming to 25.3 Celsius and 66 humidity. Yeah, it's just hot, Chris, isn't it? It's just hot. And over to Peter. Sorry, the phone keeps ringing. We can't hear it, Peter. You're okay. Yeah, during the week it doesn't matter. It's on Thursdays that it's a big problem. Right. Okay. Thank you, Nick. It's good to check it out occasionally and make sure we're headed in the right direction. But to become known for RTMP.
Yeah, how cool is that?
That's very cool. In the space of 3 months, we've done it. We've cracked it. We've cracked Google. That's what it's all about, getting known.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm busy trying. I'm busy. There's one of the business groups I'm in. There's when I told them about live streaming to our websites.
Yeah,
they got very, very excited. The two of the ladies that run it. I said, "Oh, can you put together a package?" So I'm busy been putting together a package over the weekend for them. So fingers crossed they're going to come back to us later in the week and might actually be able to do a package, a saleable package for actually putting people's live streams on their website.
Absolutely brilliant. Magical. And talking of which, Peter Stewart will be interviewed on his website at 2:00 on Wednesday. Looking forward to that. Peter, what would you like me to ask you? Because I can ask you all sorts of things because we've been broadcasting together for 5.5 years. But if there are particular things you'd like me to ask, if you can just drop me a few questions, that would be helpful. So we'll start promoting. Peter's been promoting already, got a good response in his Facebook groups and on Facebook. So that's Wednesday at 2 p.m.
Wednesday at 2 p.m. Have you got a link already for that, Stephen?
It's Peter's website. Peter, can you post a link to your website, the website page? That would be good. Okay. Right.
Around.
Okay. I'm going live on that Amazon thing in 30 minutes. So
I know. There's just so many shows. So many shows. I'm going to be doing a keto one later on this week. That'll look nice. You did ask.
No, I did. I knew what sort of thing would come back, but I live in hope. Oh dear. Right. Okay.
That's brilliant. In that case,
I got. Yeah.
You got another.
I'm good.
You're good.
No.
Good. In that case, allow Stephen off to his Amazon Live. Is it Stephen? Is it Stephen.live or StephenHealey.live?
It's StephenHealey.live.
There you go. So if you want to see Stephen in about half an hour's time live on Amazon, just go StephenHealey.live and that will just take you straight there. But for us, we're here every Monday talking about live streaming. Today was OBS helping you out. So yeah, we're here every week at 3 p.m. UK time, 10 a.m. Eastern. So until next Monday, we'll have a great week. But I'm sure we'll see you around anyway.
Oh, we will. Take care, everybody. Okay, and stop stream.
Cool. Yeah. Oh, what's